What's going on, guys? Joey Franzo here with Flex Training Systems, and today we're going to be talking about something that we may all go through. I know I go through it. I recently went through it, and that's the toxic mindset that comes with any injury that you may be experiencing. What do I mean by this? Let me give you an example. So, I've been through a lot of injuries, and in the beginning of my career, they used to fuck me up mentally big time. I used to freak out. I used to be like a hypochondriac, just assume the worst, right? When really, when you take a step back and look at that situation objectively, for you to think that way, it doesn't really make any sense. I've come back from all those injuries, and I've been able to structure my training in a way that allows me to get hurt like never. But over time, shit can happen. And I'm gonna just kind of go through something I went through recently, um, and let you guys know what I did to just kind of get through it. Um, so yesterday actually, this week, Thursday, it's Friday right now. I was doing my high bar squats and I actually hit a PR, like a body weight PR. I haven't been this light and been able to hit this much. I hit 455 for multiple sets of 5 on high bar, which my high bar is historically very, very weak compared to my low bar, just because the spacing between my high and low bar is like 3 inches, which can create like completely different um, leverage. And I mean, I have a very long torso, so being able to cut down that range of motion with low bar helps a ton. For those of you that don't know, low bar brings the bar closer to the hip, which is where your power is. That's where the hinge is. And anything that you do with like biomechanically, the farther away the weight is from the actual mover, the harder it's going to be. For example, if you were to hold a 15-pound weight with your elbow bent and you were to extend your arm up to the side, it'd be really easy, and much easier than if you were to straighten your arm out completely and then try to raise your arm up. So that's like a really simple example, but basically, we're doing high bar squats, and everything felt really good. I don't even remember the last time I felt this good. I felt absolutely zero pain. I didn't even feel the weight. Um, and I had a really good low bar day earlier in the week, so I was like feeling pretty damn good. Confidence was super high. Maybe a little too high because I decided to do some leg press after. Um, for those of you that have been following me on Instagram, we have, I've been training at Zoo Culture because it's right by my house, and they have like everything brand new. They have like pretty much anything I could ever want, like competition bench, Alico bar, Alico plates. Um, they let me bring my own bar there and just leave it there. Um, it's a good environment. There are times when I want to be a hermit and I don't want to be around anyone. I'll just train alone, but it's a good place to train, and got my squats in. Felt really good. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go do some leg press because I have so many toys there, so many fun things to play with. Um, and the leg press that I wanted to use lets you use each leg individually, and I feel like when you just do the sled together, sometimes the stronger leg can take over, which is my right leg. Um, and so I get on that leg press, and it was really hard to coordinate at first because I'm so used to pushing things together. Uh, like both legs pushing together versus them each having a mind of their own, kind of like how you would have to approach this device. It took some time to get used to it, but just kept doing one plate and got it down, and I was going very slow. Added another plate on there. Maybe I should have added a 25. Um, granted, in the past, I mean, who fucking cares about leg press? But I used to leg press like infinity plates for infinity reps. Back before I started powerlifting. just because I had a bad back. Um, but anyway, uh, I did a set, and like when it started getting harder, like maybe around the 10th rep, I was only doing sets of 12. I would bring the leg press down, and my right leg is super strong compared to my left leg, and I would have to push hard with my left leg. And like I said, it's hard just transitioning from both legs in the sled being like one unit to each leg having its own brain, kind of pushing. Uh, like I try to push at the same time, but you feel that strain on your left leg, and your right leg is so used to just like assisting, that I push super hard with the right leg. Um, and it didn't even seem like it was that hard, but essentially I pushed really hard with both legs. The right leg just threw the weight like way high up. And then the thing came back down. It like I knew you guys are probably thinking of like a projectile. It didn't go like that. It stayed on my foot the whole time. It just like the pressure completely came off my leg, and then it came back down, and I kind of caught those two plates with my leg extended. Um, I didn't feel any pain or anything. I was just like, oh, whatever. And I did another set, and I was fine. But I did have knee sleeves on, and I was hot. So, the pain, there was no pain or anything. But as I cooled off and I was putting gas in my car afterwards, I started feeling pain in my right knee, which is my good knee. I've never had any issues with this knee my entire life. Um, my right leg is physically more imposing. It's like much bigger. It's much more muscular than my left leg. I think part of that has to do with when I did hurt my back a long time ago. I got sciatic pain in my left leg, and I couldn't do anything with it. It was very hard to use that leg, so it atrophied, and then my right leg, kept going, and it makes you wonder. It makes me wonder how strong I would be if that never happened. If I could have just kept training that leg. But anyway, um, my knee started having pain, and it was like a minor pain. It was in my knee to. It wasn't. I'm identifying it as a meniscus, or what I'm hoping is that it's some sort of fat pad impingement. Your fat pad it's like fat under your patella tendon in between your knee, to kind of give like a cushion. Um, if you straighten your leg out, you can kind of see these two little like bubbles on the outside of your patellar tendon. You can kind of poke them; it doesn't really hurt. But yeah, it's a fat pad. I'm hoping it's that. And actually, when I went into the doctor a long time ago for my left knee, the one I got PRP on, they actually tested for that, um, despite me telling them that it was not that. They wanted to shoot it with cortisone to see if the pain would go away. Pain didn't go away at all, so they just pumped me full of bullshit for no reason, even though I said no. Anyway, um, I'm hoping it's a fat pad impingement or something small like that, but there is a clicking, which could be a meniscus. I'm not sure. The immediate reaction that I had was panic and, oh my God, what's going on? Like, no, not my good leg. Like, this is the only leg that's, been like completely clean my entire life. I never had problems with this leg, blah, 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 blah. Um, and it was like, I went back to that old like mindset that I've had in the past where I used to freak out whenever I would get hurt. Um, but it was much shorter this time, and I'm more experienced and old enough to know like this the way that I approach this is to just give it time and see how it progresses, and the next time it's time to squat, see what happens. I don't think it's gonna bother me the next time I squat. I don't think it's that bad. My right knee has been um, a little more clicky than it's been usually, and not as um, like before when I would apply pressure to it. It would be very sturdy. Now, like it kind of wants to give a little, which I mean, I guess it's just me squatting heavy over time. I've had this with my left leg for quite a long time. That's why I'm careful when I run. I mean, I don't run, but I'm careful to not run, because I wouldn't want to, like imagine extending your leg out on your stride and then your knee just kind of giving. That's happened before in my left knee. This is not necessarily from powerlifting. I think powerlifting helped me come back from all these injuries that I've had just playing football and basketball. And I'm not the smallest guy. And when I started transitioning to a higher weight class and being less active, like there was a point there where I was like 230 and I was still moving around. And if you look at the way that I'm built, I have like these long femurs and like really short tibias. So most of my weight is gonna be, on my knees. So I guess you could say I'm kind of top heavy in that sense. So I'm just beating up my knees, and my knees have always been something that I need to be careful with. Whereas like I can beat up my back, and I know that pain, and I know it's not going to be an issue for more than like a day, or if that. And my shoulders have always been good. Knock on wood. Elbows are good. Stuff like that. So I started to freak out, and I started to think about what happens to people when they do get hurt. I've gone through this. I've gone through, like, when I hurt my back the first time and I couldn't train legs. I was like, so I guess I was depressed. I guess. I mean, I tried to be positive. I tried to work and do what I could, but um, you don't want to go out in public. You don't want to talk to people. You don't want to see people because you're not at 100%. This is kind of a mentality that dudes that take steroids have when they're not on juice. They don't want to be seen, which is an interesting dynamic now that I think about it. But anyway, you're not 100%. You don't wanna deal with people. You feel shitty and you want to hide and you want to just be a hermit and never be seen. Um, and everything like annoys you. And I told myself yesterday, I'm not gonna let that happen. I can't. There's too many people counting on me. There's too many people. When I got my stuff jacked, everybody chipped in to help me out. I can't let those people down. I'm never gonna let that happen again. I don't think this is the type of injury to do that, but my mind went there and I caught it and I just said this is fucking stupid. Even if I can't fucking, if something happens and I can't train whatever, I'm still gonna be there for my people. I'm never gonna stop. So um I guess it just bummed me out because it was my good knee. I'm hoping it's nothing. It's like slightly better today, which is good. I'm supposed to deadlift tomorrow, so we'll see if that even happens. But if you guys are dealing with an injury, just know that it's probably, if you work with me, just talk to me about it and we'll get through it. But it's probably something that you're going to heal from. And that mindset is so toxic. It can really fuck you up. I've fucking seen it happen to even big names in this industry, quotations. Um, you know, it just ruins them. You don't want to do anything. It fucks up your personality. You become like depressed. You want to be alone. Um, and I don't want to drop names, but it's crazy to see someone with so much drive just become the complete opposite of what they've displayed whenever they get hurt. It's like there's a direct correlation between their mood and what they're able to accomplish versus like the way that they feel or their health. Um, I used to tell Tina like my mood is directly proportionate to how injured I am. Uh, I'm in a good place now. I'm hoping this is something really minor that I can just look past. But worst case scenario, okay, it's still fucking bothering me and I can't train. If I can't train, then we have a problem. I need to go get help. Um, Luckily, there's a place by my house where I can get an MRI done. I can pay cash. It's like way cheaper than going through my insurance. Um, I have a good doctor that knows me, and two good doctors that know me, and I can get through it. I'm gonna get through it, whatever it is. If I have to go down that road, I'll go through it. There are people going through way worse shit than that. You know what I mean? Like worst case is a meniscus tear and it has to get fucking I have to get surgery on it. At the same time, studies have shown that meniscus surgery, people that do it and don't do it, they end up the same anyway. Um, and I'm not really down with them going into your knee, taking out a piece, and just leaving it like that. But like I said, there are people going through way worse shit. My buddy David, if you're hearing this, I feel fucking can't speak. Can't speak today. I feel bad for you, man. It's for those of you that don't know, David, if I'm putting you on blast, too bad, homie. Comes with the territory, son. Um, his job, I guess, makes it so he has to play sports with his coworkers. I'm sure a lot of you guys have jobs like that where they have you guys do physical activities together. And I think he was playing basketball or soccer, and he ended up tearing his calf like bad, to the point where he might have to get surgery, and he can't do anything lower body. So, like I said, it could be way worse. Um, it was just me not paying attention on the leg press. Shit happens. Sometimes you try to be careful, and shit happens anyway. But we can't, like, the right thing to do is to say, all right, I can't train this. Fuck it. I'm gonna do the best at what I can do. I can't train lower. I'm gonna bench like a motherfucker. I can't train upper. I'm gonna squat like a motherfucker. And just do what you can and keep moving forward however you can, and try to you can't you got to keep moving forward. I'm gonna leave you guys with this story, and then I'm gonna cut it. I remember I was a sophomore or junior in high school, and I was playing basketball, and my JV basketball coach, um actually no, I had already moved up, because I remember we weren't coaching with him at the time. But anyway, the JV high school basketball coach, he was a good dude, tough guy, and his mom died, and he went to work the next day, and everybody was fucking tripping out because they're like, "What the hell? Like, why are you not home? Why are you not grieving? Whatever." And he said, my mom wouldn't want me to, ruin my life and miss work and do all these things because of her. And me, sitting around feeling sorry for myself or whatever isn't gonna make anything better. And I thought that was pretty tough. Or just fucking, I don't even know. That was just crazy to hear. Uh, because I know that if anything happened to anyone I care about, I'd be pretty fucked up for a little while. But when shit goes wrong, you just gotta keep moving. You just gotta. I mean, that's like a real extreme case. Like, take a couple days and get yourself together. But and obviously, somebody dying is nothing compared to, like, that's way worse than like an injury. But the point is, and the takeaway is, you have to just don't let outside things affect you from. Like I said, I've given you guys this example before. My life is like I have a train, right? And the train is going to a destination, and along the way, there's going to be a lot of fucking obstacles, and I got to keep that train moving forward. So I'm going to be really optimistic about this injury. We're going to get that positive placebo effect going. And um, I'm just going to take it day by day. I'm going to train upper today. And if I'll try to deadlift tomorrow, or maybe I'll push it, another day or two. And, um, you know, we'll deal with it. So whatever it is, it's probably not as bad as you think. If you can, this is a skill that I would like to teach you guys, because it's helped me tremendously, um, in terms of like just being successful in general. Uh, if you can stay objective, pull yourself away from the negative situation, look at the situation from the outside in, and make an informed, rational decision, and try to keep your mood up. Listen to some good fucking music. Do something that takes your mind off whatever's bothering you. Um, just keep working, keep moving forward. You are going to be so much more productive. You are going to just enjoy everything so much more. Um, the the longer you can stay positive. There are some people that don't let themselves ever get out of that funk. They're very few. Um, but we got to do what we can to keep them moving. Anyway, kind of a longer video. I was gonna put out 2 videos today, but fuck, this one ended up going super long. Um, anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. Drop a like if you were able to take something away from this video. I'll keep you guys updated, and Yeah, guys, thank you. Talk to you in the next one.